Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to FSB Racing Live, Friday night Winston Cup Aero 88 series. We're still in action, no quarantine here, and I got the man, the myth, the monster, Milt Minter Jr. up in the booth with me as always, joining me from California. How you doing, Milty?
Well, we're doing great, man, and we got a great race tonight at Homestead, and we got a packed field of studs.
And a tight points battle still raging.
Yeah,
It's what you call the penultimate race, the next to last race. And Slim Jim Gately still holding that point lead, and well, he's looking to assert that position there as he starts number one on the grid too. Oh, look at that rolling by that yellow car. That is Bubba Razor in the number 4.
Bubba!
Bubba Razor kicked Cancer's butt, and he's back. Let's follow him around the track.
We were so worried. We didn't know what was going to happen. All the stuff
There
he's
he
been
is.
through. He's back on the track.
Running that Iowa Hawkeyes
F Cancer.
Dodge there. That is awesome. So glad to see number 4 Bubba Razor back on the track. And looks like he's going to put that car... Well, he's starting 35th, taking a provisional as he eases his way back in. I mean, he hasn't really raced in about a year, as he's been fighting cancer there and leukemia, so that's going to be one to pull for. Sentimental favorite there. Hey, Ken Suska checking in there. Tom Jackson. I saw Barrett McKay. We got Jim Shea, the dad of that guy, the other yellow car out there. That man, the 91, Ken Shea, he's fast
that guy good.
everywhere you go. This place certainly no exception. I mean, this is a fast track. Just look how close that qualifying time spread is. It's 2/10 between the top 12 there.
The man, the myth, the legend, Slim Jim Gately. Snap yourself into a Slim Jim on the pole again.
Yeah, this is a great
Going
spot
for
to start.
5 wins here.
Great spot to start when you're on the defensive with a tight margin, heading into 2 races to go here. So, you know, he's happy with that starting spot. Dennis Chambers, also still in this hunt. We'll have a breakdown of the points battle later once we get rolling here. Isaac Johnson, well, school's canceled, so Isaac Johnson's home from college, and he'll be starting 3rd on the grid tonight in that 72. That's one to watch. He's, again, fast everywhere you go. Won at Martinsville last night in the trucks. And this is a completely different track. This is Homestead, the 1.5 miler. Yeah, lots of banking.
Just barely old enough to drive legally.
Oh, no, he's a bit past that. He's a college boy, so he's 18, 19 now.
Wow, that's time flown by.
It certainly has. It's Will Farmer thinking I was barely old to drive, at least here in New Jersey, where we have a 17-year driving age. Drive a bit younger out there in Indiana, where the Johnsons are from. Matt Watkins. I want to talk about a contestant. Come on. I can't get to him. That's how fast he is. I can't even catch him with the camera. There he is.
Rick
The 35
Johnson,
car.
Getting married, so he's.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But
he's out here.
Is he here tonight?
Too.
Excellent. Well, he's still mathematically in the hunt. You'll see that breakdown. He lost a ton of ground. And Matt Watkins, as you see, he's just trying to push every last little bit, practicing the pit stop there. But that 35 Back to the Future car, that's a driver in the conversation for the GOAT of FSB right there. And man, there's about 15 that are going to say those are ones to watch tonight, and that's one of them, the 35 car. See, everybody practicing the pit stops here. Got to use that access road on the backstretch.
There's Matt Watkins pushing the limit, because that's what he does in practice.
Yeah, you got to woe it up and treat it like a flat road course coming into the pits here. Run through there in 3rd gear. Hey, we got Slim Jim joining us in the booth here. Starting on the pole, looking to defend that points lead. Gotta like your chances from where you're starting, at least.
Well, that's why I'm in here. Not going to be able to race.
Oh, no.
Have extreme internet issues right now, and there's just no way I just can't race. I've been having problems with it all practice, and I thought maybe it'd settle out and I could get going, but I mean, it's just bad. It's real bad.
Take the grid and drop low and at least get credited for a lap so you can get the 5 points.
I'm scared to do that, being I'm starting on the pole.
That's why I said drop low, because then everyone can pass high.
Yeah, not going to do it. I'm not even in the server now. It kicked me out of the server right before, just a minute ago.
Reboot that mode and try and get in there. Ooh.
No, not going to do it, man. It's just, it's not fair to all of my competitors to do that, so not going to do it.
That is,
that's racing, man.
That's going to shake things up.
Racing, it's... Wow, that sucks, bro, man.
Man, you have no idea. I'm just disgusted.
Drivers, to your cars.
All right, well, tough break for our points leader there, Slim Jim, but hell of a sportsmanship move there. You know what? The way this point system works, you can still possibly bounce back from it. We saw Rick Johnson is still alive in the points after missing the race from the points lead last week. So that's just going to make Indianapolis all that much more interesting. And hopefully we can get it sorted out by then. And let's go. Let's put on a hell of a show to wrap this up. And I know you can still do it, Slim. If anybody can, it's the 23.
Yeah, I appreciate that. I'm not so sure that's possible, but you guys have a good broadcast. And anyway, hopefully see you next week.
All right, thanks, Slim. All right, well, let's run through the grid as quickly as we can here after that bombshell. Slim Jim Gately will not start on the pole. That'll cycle up to Isaac Johnson, starting on the inside. Matt Watkins, Jeff Habbick, look at Tower with the 101. His wife Kim probably watching us as she recovers from having a kidney out. Talk about F cancer. They took kidney stones out of one kidney and found cancer in the other. So they took her right back in. She's going to be racing with us, though. She's already made some road course racing starts. Running through as quickly as we can here. We got Jordan McGregor, who is in second in the points now. This is a huge opportunity for him tonight. That number starting sixth with the 30 car. Ken Shea in the number 91 starts 7th. Dave Jandry puts it P8. Dan Irvine also in the points battle, starts at 9th. And Rick Johnson lost a bunch of points to go get married. Congratulations to Rick and Bonnie Johnson. He'll start at P10. Wrapping up the field, Rick Castle, Will Farmer, Johnny Doucette, Pops Margison in the 99, Billy Yarbrough also in your points race, Steve Weber, Jeff Hale, Ken Hansen, John the Dog Palmer, and his teammate Rick Bisconner, the 108, 109, starting right next to each other there in 19th and 20th. And here's the rest of your field there. Your series admin, Ryan Johnson. Ed Fowler, Jim Stravato, Brad Otto, Keith Cordier, Chet Barkin, and We Are Green.
This is Homestead.
Yeah, Homestead 1.5 miler. Progressive banking. High side can work with numbers. Low side still preferred, but you can get some runs going if you have help. Draft is crucial.
Does what he does, and that is get sideways right away. He always has like a pucker moment there. I think it just fires him up. I don't know. I think he needs to get a little bit almost into a wreck, and then right away sideways. In that Back to the Future. Homestead with this banking, somewhere around 34 to 36 lap pit window. Flat entrance and exit on pit road, very dangerous.
Well, I mentioned the point situation coming in, and I'll put it up here on your screen to give you the breakdown. Jim Gately came in with a slim, no pun intended, 7-point lead.
Just horrible.
Doris Gately tuning in, just missed the bad news. I'm sorry, Doris, but Slim, just showing what the sportsman that he is, did not have confidence in his internet connection, did not want to risk ruining anybody else's night and costing them points, so he chose not to take the grid, won't even take the 5 points.
That is the most horrible feeling when you practice and you got a car to win the race, and you're in, that's part of sim racing, just like a motor blowing or But that doesn't make it easier for the competitor. Been there, done that, and it's excruciating.
Absolutely. Every one of us who's ever done this has had that happen. So we've got them kind of focused here. Your two remaining points contestants is the 54 of Bill Yarborough, you see in the pack up top there, and then on the bottom on the right, Jordan McGregor in the 30. That's your number 1 and 2 now. Yeah, obviously they're going to have to pass Slim Jim.
Bill missed a race. I think all these guys have missed races, so... But, you know, I mean, we cheer for Jim so much because Slim, you know...
He's meant so much to us.
Yeah, and he's always, you know, put family first, stuff like that, vacations, work, whatever, and just like to see him get a season, but it's not over yet, so they'll regroup and they'll take that Slim Jim Gately 23 car back on the virtual hauler and try to get it next week.
Oh my goodness, Jim Sharf, Pinky, checking in the YouTube chat. How you doing,
What's
buddy?
up,
We'd love to see you. We'd love to see you get back out there too, man. Pinky ran the 23 in Slim Jim's absence, and when Slim Jim came back, he ran the 25, and then Pinky let him have it when Pinky went on his hiatus. But I don't know. I think you guys could work something out.
About 6 or
Maybe
7
a case of beer.
Cars back. We got that Bumblebee there, Ken Shea and Rick Johnson, 2 veterans right here working together. They know each other like the back of their hands, and they're going to look to move forward as we got cars down the back straight trying to make passes. Professional sim racing.
Yeah, see, everybody's really settled into their lines here. No early caution, which is good to see. As you mentioned, your window's going to be about 32 to 35 laps, depending on how stingy you are with that gas pedal. Tire degradation is a factor, but not a huge one. More affects your ability to maneuver and change lines here, but you do want to you know, take care of those tires so that they can take care of you at the end of the run.
Looking through the field, the young college man, Pro Cup champion, Isaac Johnson, moves his way up to the front.
Oh, we do have caution on track.
Out. Caution is out on the speedway.
Yeah, Mama Gately pointing out that 23 was Slim Jim's first. Yeah, I was trying to get to that. You know, I think Slim had to send him a case of beer or something to get his number back. But if you didn't, you should have worked that deal, Pinky. You missed an opportunity.
Get Barkin getting going. I'd take a look and see what happened.
I'm trying to find it. I'm finding the 192, Joe Sharam, running slow.
SDP, the racer's edge.
Looks like something happened on the way back to the caution. Now we have a compound incident here, folks. Just give me a sec. Oh, Jim Stravado. Okay, yep. Yeah, oh, this is a hard impact for both these cars.
Yeah, damage on the 14 car.
You see that 14 goes in and tries to arc it just a little too aggressively. Looped it right in front of the 68. Hard impact for both those cars. Chet Barkin just not a thing in the world he could have done to miss that. So he gets in that, and then coming back to the caution, looks like 24 gets the apron, checks up, and 192, Joe Sharam gets into Monty there. Monty's also been taking some time off, coming back to us, and not the start to his return he wanted to see, but it looks like he should be able to continue.
Oh boy, leaving pit road is crazy. Look at that gang.
Oh yeah, look at those guys in the bottom right. Matt Watkins beats them off.
The Matt Watkins with a stellar pit stop. Guys changing position so fast we can't even keep track of it.
Check out the leader, Den Francesconi. Didn't realize he was taking the green tonight. So good to see Den out there. Those of you who are new to us. And we see some new names out there. 19 watching right now. Let us know who you are in the chat. We'll say hi. And but Den Francesconi, if you don't know, is quadriplegic. Can race with little movement in his right hand, just balancing it on the number pad using keyboard controls. It's amazing. This is hard to do with the wheel and pedals. And he's out there doing it with one hand. So, and this is one of the tracks he can run on. So he's giving it a go tonight.
What's he doing with the other hand?
I don't know if he can.
Wow.
How about that?
That's amazing.
From
he's an accomplished
from
painter.
Madera, California, real close to me. Was in a skiing, water skiing accident.
Yeah, water skiing.
And it's just a stellar. I mean, Scony.com. Check it out. He paints with his mouth.
Yeah, internationally commissioned artist.
Talented, special human being. And he can drive too, man. I mean, he's no joke. He understands, and he's won races. You know, obviously, in his position, these races are kind of long, so you know, stamina is an issue for him always.
Yeah, and pitting is the most challenging aspect of that because he has to rely on some of the built-in driver aids to be able to use the keyboard controls like that. Oh, I missed the chat there. Pinky says he'll give Slim a cupcake to get his number back. I've seen his cupcakes. That is not a good deal.
That's not PG rated there. Anyway, we got Folgers in your cup, and we got Matt Watkins Back to the Future. I've been talking with Matt this week, last couple weeks. He built my computer and did a total refurbishing of it, an upgrade. And this, as much as I've abused it with my cigarette smoke and cat fur and dirt, this thing is still running on strong, knock on wood.
Oh, you can see the front end of that 68 car. He really took the short end of that initial impact to bring out the caution here.
Well, it's just good to see, racing this tough luck, but good to see him not having internet problems, which...
Well, he wasn't having internet problems. We figured it out.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
He was running the game at too high a resolution.
Problems.
He's running the game at too high a resolution. He got a 4K monitor and tried to run it at 4K resolution, and this game's just too old for that. It just didn't know how to handle that many pixels.
Okay, we're coming up on...
Pace car off.
14 laps in. Right now, you really can't think of too much about strategy. Expect more cautions. Want to keep your car clean and try to move up. Ken Shane about 8th place there. He really wants to get going, but he's always been super fast. But where he's really developed into the driver that he is his patience, because he's got the speed, but he's got some work to do here. Ryan Johnson back in 11th there. He's Mr. Where did he come from? And I expect, barring any problems, that could be his deal today, because when you go off sequence here, strategy and fuel saving, you can clutch here. I'm not very good at clutching, but I did beat the great Matt Watkins here once in the Pro Cup race, running out of gas in turn 4 and coasting across the line. And I just love saying that every time I say
Yes,
it.
you do.
I said it 100,000 times. And
Here, I'll ring you up for that one.
Ding! That's like
Ding
one time
for
in
reliving past
1,000.
glories, and we are back under yellow again already.
Cars around at turn 4.
Oh, I think that might be the same as the... Oh, boy. Okay, well, there's a little help involved. We will not make a judgment. Just show you what I saw. So the 06 of Bill Farmer and the 14 of Jim Stravato just try to occupy the same piece of real estate there, and it does not work out. And the 14 car is around again. We got to get a paint job that's actually made for the Aero 88s on there. I think he's got a 98 paint job on an 88 body, and it's not quite working, but that impact with the wall ain't working for him either. That's on some heavy damage again to the 14 car. And I think our series sponsor, who we appreciate Bill Farmer putting up the hardware there, Farmer Brothers Contracting, but if I'm him, I'm just going to run under the assumption that that was on me, being the car in the low line.
Yeah, as a driver, I would say the same thing.
You know, sometimes if you turn out to be wrong. Like, I had one that I thought was my fault on Tuesday, and I went back and looked at the replay, and no, I held my line. But I had to race, you know, the whole night thinking, okay, I got one, I gotta be careful.
We're referring to the 2-incident rule
Yes,
as cars right back down pit road, tires and fuel.
Yeah, for those unfamiliar,
let's see what happens here. Isaac Johnson lost some time the last pit stop. You know, that's going to take him off. Let's see if he nails this one.
Well, Jordan McGregor stays out to pick up a lap lead, too.
Pitch wanting to move up. He's lost his dance partner, Rick Johnson. Don't know what happened to Rick.
Yeah, he's right there. Rick Johnson's sitting in second.
So he went ahead of him.
What a crowd tonight.
Two tires
Absolutely.
for Matt Watkins, I think.
Dan Jones joining us in the booth. How you doing, Dan? How's it looking out there?
Oh, awesome, man. I'm just following the number 3 to the front.
That is a sound strategy, and there you are, you see on the right side of our screen. Yeah, right behind that Rango Jeans machine.
He seems to know what he's doing.
Yeah, don't call him the Rocket for nothing.
Yeah, I kind of took him out last night, so.
So you got two tire stops and 4 tire stops here.
Yeah, I'm 4 all the way.
And Matt Watkins going backwards. I think there's a penalty on the 35.
Oh, did he get himself an EOLL? Oh, he's dropping to the back. Oh,
he is dropping to the back with a 2-tire stop. That's compound the injury.
He's going. Oh, is he turning off? Oh, he's waiting for cars to pass him. He wants to come back in for those other 2 tires.
Yeah.
This is end of longest line anyway, but he can't cross that line until the cars he's supposed to be behind get around him.
Well, he was positioned in the pits, so it wasn't like they couldn't change the tires. So
it's hard, actually. The angle, if a car's in behind you, the angle coming in is really tough.
Yeah, it is. I mean, and this is a real tight pit road for a 1.5-mile track.
I missed it the first time. I went back about 4 spots.
And see, there is the 35 on the access road, letting traffic go by before he crosses those cones right there. If you're not in the position you're supposed to be when you cross those cones, this game will nail you to the wall.
I think that's what happened.
So he's on pit road now, and he's going to get those lefts and get back out there at the end of the longest line anyway. So, leading us back to green this time around here. First of all, let's see if the lights are off on the FSB pace car. Still going. Still going. So Jordan McGregor in the 30 car. Painted to look like the Tim Richmond and Ken Schrader kind of Folgers colors, which is going to be a little bit...
in your cup.
Going to be a little confusing because Keith Cordier runs, or Cordier, I think he actually pronounces it, like, default to French. He also runs the actual number 25 Folger scheme. Gregor's put his on a Thunderbird.
He blew up tonight, I think, didn't he?
Who?
Keith.
Oh, Keith blew up? Is he out?
Yep, he's out.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we didn't catch that. Yeah, there's a lot of cars on the track. There's, I got 4 monitors in front of me to track everything, and sometimes I miss those. I didn't see the dark smoke anywhere. That's a tough break for
Yeah, I
him.
didn't see it either. Yeah.
Now, the 101 of
But sometimes a
Habek.
blind squirrel doesn't find it out,
The 101 of Jeff Habek. I don't know why he had a good starting spot, but he is currently 2 laps down, lined up there on the inside line.
Cars going forwards and backwards. I mean, you see Dennis Chambers was right up there at the front. He's way back. But
My
you got
guess
2
is he
tires
took-
and 4 tire
yeah.
stops, you know.
Yeah, he must have taken 4. It's easy to forget when you get a quickie stop like that, and you forget to change your
There's only
Your-
a couple laps in, too, so some
strategy.
guys might have done that on purpose, you know.
Yeah, if I'm just coming in the top off for a quickie yellow like that here at a fast 1.5 miler, I'll take the 2. If any.
Absolutely.
Excuse me. Pace car off, and Jordan McGregor leads us back to green. Let's think green thoughts. We'll go side by side here. Watch Matt Watkins work his way back up through the field. Green flag in the air. Jordan McGregor leads us back. Another old school car, just a couple back there. That 27 Miller scheme, looking like Bobby Allison drove back around this time. He's alive in that points chase again. I'll put it up here. You see Dan Irvine comes in tied for 4th with Dennis Chambers. And you know he smells blood in the water with Slim Jim's technical issues tonight. Now, Steve Weber, is mathematically alive. We haven't given a call to the 83 car tonight. He is currently sitting in 20th spot, mired in traffic.
Another guy that's in this points run is Bill Yarbrough, and he's doing what he do, and that is stay safe.
Now, Bill Yarbrough very much in it. He's actually the de facto points leader now, with Slim not taking the start, as he was only 7 back in 2nd place. Although I
De
think
facto, what does that mean?
see what I did
I
here,
don't
people.
think that. I know what it means, man.
Actually, Jordan, if the checker flew right now, Jordan McGregor would be your points leader because he would have the win, the laps bonus, and is several spots ahead.
Here comes Rick Johnson really hard. Whoa, that was close.
Yeah, Rick Johnson working on him. Jeff
Not much
Habek.
of a honeymoon with all this stuff going on. I can't imagine they could go anywhere. So,
Yeah, they got married just in
congratulations,
time.
Rick, my longtime buddy, nemesis, and teammate getting married. Glad to see you happy.
Absolutely. Congratulations again to Rick and his new wife, Bonnie.
Bonnie, what's up? These guys aren't laying about. Oh, that was so close with Dennis Chambers. And actually, no, I'm sorry. That's the 101 of Jeff Habek.
Yeah, 101 of Jeff Habek.
Run for Jeff Habek
No,
here.
Milt. He is 2 laps down.
Oh, he's 2 laps down. Oh, criminy. Well, what a run anyway.
He had a
Come on,
great
get
qualifying
some.
spot. I don't know what happened to him to get him 2 laps down. He started in the top 5. And
Well, he can get those laps back, man. I mean, you can earn them physically, or you can earn them with the lucky dog.
absolutely.
Why not? Race for it, son.
And he's got the speed. He's hanging with these guys. He's not just turning laps and in the way.
This is great experience for him, too. I think he's in his, 3rd year of sim racing, and
Well, he was around back in the day. Like so many of us, was in it when it was new and drifted away and found his way back to it. I've found my way back to it twice, actually, myself, so... Just this time it stuck.
I'm wasted and I can't find my way home.
Milty, you are home. Definitely wasted, though, brother.
I've only begun to defile myself. Don't make it up front there. Let's take a look going back and see what kind of battles we got here. There's that guy, and there's Johnny Doucette looking good tonight. He's had some horrible luck. Always clean and fast. See what that 58 can do here. He's kind of caught on the outside with the lapper of the 101.
Well, 35 of Matt Watkins. He's cut his way up to 23rd, but he's got himself more than a 1.4 second gap to the next pack. So he's got to hope for a caution, unfortunately.
Yes, absolutely. Baby steps.
We'll take a look at his roof cam here. You see how small those cars are up ahead of him. And he is... Let me see where he's scored. 23rd place. That is scoring him 4.636 seconds back. The next car up is 3.165, so that puts him 1.6, almost 1.7 seconds back. He needs those guys to fight a little more and get into that 1.4 second bracket, and then the draft can engage.
I see a grouping here, and that's the 29 of Jeff Hale. Oh,
we got a wreck. That's the 58, as you mentioned. Hard luck of Johnny Doucette continues. Caution on the speedway.
Hard into the wall.
Yeah, he's dropped it in gear and gotten going again, but that was a hard left side impact to the safer barrier in turns 1 and 2.
Yellow is out.
And he was outside Jeff Hale and that junkyard looking 29 car there. Right.
Lamont! Be like a Fred Sanford kind of car there, you know?
I mean, it's hard to say who came up and who went down.
A lot of cars in one spot right there. Okay.
Again, we don't call it, but here's what we saw from
look at it on delay. 29 showing inside. As a driver, you're always thinking, if I can get to the quarter panel, I'm expecting that guy to give me the room.
I think he just barely had a bumper in there. Or it may not have even been enough for the spotter to start calling it.
No, he spun on his own before he got to him.
No, I think you'll see from the alternate angle.
I did not see contact in that. I'm like 3 seconds back, like the...
No, you're more than 3 seconds. You'll see it in a sec.
Well, how many seconds exactly? 5.2 or... Okay, let's watch it again.
Well, I can tell you exactly how many seconds. I'll put my stopwatch up.
Well, I know you can, because you're a smart guy. This wouldn't happen if... And they're coming up if it wasn't for you.
All right, we'll...
Look at that pit road exit there. Ken Shea still trying to get his car up front and get the nose there, but... brutally competitive.
The delay is 22 seconds.
From my live view to...
For the YouTube view, yeah. So from when I see something to when it goes out on YouTube, I just I hit my stopwatch on my phone and the Miltism button at the same time, in 22 seconds.
Well, I'm not going to doubt that. Good thing I have a live view thing, but looking at all these bells and whistles here.
Yeah, so I was going to talk to you about that too, Milt, and I guess everybody else will hear this. If we do any in-car later, I'm going to tell you what car I'm going to, and then you just go there yourself, so we're not so out of sync.
I have figured that out.
Okay. Yeah, because that's just way out of sync when you start doing that. And speaking of which, I think next run we'll go take a look at this from on board the number 3 Wrangler Jeans machine of one Mark de Rocket Descenza. He's currently sitting in the 10th spot, so he's going to have some traffic to work.
Right now, you think about clutching a little bit. Right now, I'm not hearing him clutch. You see that view from the cockpit. You kind of take a moment here to take your breath, and then you got to refocus. These restarts are in second gear.
And you see Dan Francesconi picks up another lap lead.
Light on in his right corner there as he comes. The start finish line still yellow.
Well, we're not on him yet, but I'm saying when we go green.
Car's trying to get lined up here.
Yeah, lights are out on the FSB Firebird pace car. You're a leader coming back to the
look on the right-hand side, you see green right there on that light.
I'm not on him. Here, we'll switch over to Mark de Rocket Descenza right now for you.
I'm already watching him, so.
Right now he's up on. Now he's up on everyone's screen. He's actually the big picture here, with the little inset being your restart leaders. And yeah, Mark Descenza will take this restart from the 10th spot in the 3 car.
Okay,
you need a fresh spare
gotta get up there.
Yeah, you gotta close that gap up. You don't wanna. Laying back is not.
Come on, back to second gear here.
Not a good thing. You're gonna take the restart in first gear, actually, the way these setups are usually geared. Green. You see the 14 dropping way down, letting cars go. He knows he's damaged and off the pace. Runs the high line,
really
winds it up
until you get to 4th gear.
down to
Unlike the old
160.
Homestead, no brake.
Yeah, no brake, just a little crack of the throttle here. Topping out at 178 before having let off in turn 1.
Okay, driving into turn 3 here.
He's looking for a way around
See
Dave
how
Jandry.
close that is.
And by the way, difference between
Now
turn 4
and start finish lines is try the outside.
Yeah, difference
Really want to
between
get down low there, or mid lane here.
despite this being a true circle oval track, there's a difference between turn 4 and turn 2 here. And in turn 4, in our setup, you can actually get down and clip a little bit of that apron on the exit, try and get a tighter turn off there. You see Jordan McGregor did it from the lead. Ken Hansen stuck on the high side. Yeah, so there's what these guys are seeing going around here. You can see lots of different lines work. Drafting is key, but it's not a super speedway in that regard.
Well,
You just
I
need the
don't see
pack.
that view. I see the cockpit, man.
Oh, yeah.
I ain't a rough rider, you know, but every time I went to that view, the engine was so loud. You were talking and I couldn't hear you, and you couldn't. I was probably talking over you, so I'll just shut
Okay.
up. You know.
Okay, the roof cam
But
is
if you
louder
go to
than...
the cockpit view and let me give you a lap of what I see.
It's the same. Will Farmer making some moves there. So hopefully we're settled into a nice long groove here. Again, we took this green at about lap 36-ish. 33. Something like that.
That's in your pit window, so now you're back on schedule.
Tom Jackson asking if we're running fixed setups. Yes, we are. There's we are a fixed setup league here at FSB.
Wow.
Slim Jim Gately makes
That
most
was
of them.
close.
You can hear my wife Shannon having some issues in her Final Fantasy night. It's okay, Shannon.
Well, that's important, man. I mean,
Absolutely, raid stuff.
Hey guys.
Pinkie Pie, Jim Sharf in the booth. How you
Yeah, I
doing,
got
buddy?
it. Pretty good now. I got everything figured out to get on my tablet.
You're a little quiet.
I got it all set up on my tablet now. I don't know how to adjust anything on here though.
10-4 to that. Well, how have you been?
Over Thanksgiving I went in the hospital again.
Oh no.
I had a hypertensive crisis. My blood pressure was 217 over 110.
That's a bit much.
Yeah, a little bit high. Just a little bit. But I caught it and was only in the hospital for about 2 days, and then had some pneumonia on top of it, and then that was about it. Now I'm just afraid of this coronavirus.
Yeah, it's pretty scary for folks that are, vulnerable in the first place, and that's
Yeah.
why we're doing what we're doing, just hunkering down. I mean, there's cases all around us here in New Jersey, and just down the street from us, in
everywhere.
fact. It's literally everywhere. It's incredibly contagious.
Yep.
It's not dangerous to everybody, but it is for real, and it's a real thing, and we're just trying to flatten the curve, as they say. So we can protect folks like Pinky and like Bubba out there, fresh off kicking cancer's butt.
Yeah, I saw it. Yeah, my
So-
wife works in the grocery store, and my God, she says it's nuts.
Yeah, I was in Target today, and everything was cleared out, but there weren't people, I felt like there were more employees there than customers today, and the employees were just trying to recover from the devastation that had hit them over the weekend or over the week. Just so many shelves were bare. As you got Ryan Johnson taking a look for the lead underneath Rick Johnson. It's Johnson versus Johnson, no relation. This is not Rock Ridge. This is Homestead, and I think Ryan Johnson's going to take the point and the lead. Waiting for the standings to update there. Looks like it's still credited to... No, it did credit to Ryan Johnson finally. So Ryan Johnson picks up the lap lead and the bonus point that goes with that. That's our series admin. Hardest working admin at FSB next to Sammy. Keeps this series, busiest series of the night. Tom Jackson in chat there's everyone must be making milk sandwiches. Based on what they're buying, you'd think. Yeah, that must be why they need so much toilet paper. Too much milk.
Yep.
Milty, your microphone's muted. I think we lost you, buddy.
He's probably grabbing a beer.
Hopefully. Milt Minter's blood is 50% Budweiser, 50% Valvoline, for those who are wondering. He's back. And we got a new leader here, Milty. Ryan Johnson taking over. Still don't have you, bud.
Where did he come from?
Yeah, where did he come from? We're sitting here talking quarantine stuff here, and Ryan Johnson just charged to the front with authority. Taking lead from Rick Johnson. You see Rick Johnson just falling backwards as everybody followed Ryan through that low line. Yeah, high line works if you've got the help, but if everybody goes with the low line, they're just going to drop like a stone. Well, Ken Shea, I know we got his dad watching tonight. Ken's still kind of stuck right about where he started, hanging out in 11th place there between Will Farmer in the 95 and the 51 of Dave Jandry. Meanwhile, that 3-car Mark DeSenza, who we took the restart with, has moved himself up 5 spots to 5th. Trying to get up there with his teammate and Ryan Johnson. 27 Dan Irvine took a peek, thought better of it with the lap traffic coming up. So Pinky, you got it. I'm sure you still got your wheel and everything, and it's collecting dust. You got any plans, man?
Yeah, everything's upstairs. I'm trying to let my wife get adjusted to the school schedule. She's working, and I'm going to start practicing offline again.
That's the way to be.
I think she turned my computer on a couple weeks ago for me, so it should be done updating by now, hopefully.
Yeah. Probably smells funny with all the dust.
It hasn't been on in years.
Yeah, it has been a couple of years since you had to take off. I see there's Den Francisconi hitting pit road there. Probably about hit his limit here just before halfway.
Yeah, it's physically taxing for him, man.
I can only imagine. That's why Den runs our Wednesday night Grand National Series sprints. Those are very short, no caution races, short enough to not need a pit stop. No cautions, so he doesn't have to, deal with the car under that. And he wins races and runs the series for us. That's a nice early one. Not quite a West Coast friendly time, but if you just want a quick race early on a Wednesday evening, Den's your man.
Well, a pack is developed here. It's a huge pack.
Yeah, we got guys trying different lines too.
We got some guys starting to fall back a little bit. Now we're starting to see a tire run here.
Yeah, Ken Shea has pulled Ken Hansen and the rest of that group up with this lead pack, and they're dicing in the back of it.
Yellow flag is out.
Yeah, yellow flag on the speedway. So that'll re-rack them all.
Looks like Chet Barkin into the wall.
Yeah, I'm following him here. And he blew up. He blew up. That's what happened. That motor. I mean, he took a heavy front end impact earlier, and that'll bust the radiator sometimes. And nothing really to show there. He just blew up going into turn 1, and not much anybody can do about that. You gotta throw the caution and get that oil off the track. And so everybody will get to come in here to pit. We're not quite we're past halfway, I'm sorry. So from here, we're going to take this restart with about lap 58 or so. So that'll be about 49 to go. That's definitely one stop from there.
Yep. Crucial here.
Yeah, this stop is crucial. You do not want to mess around with it. I don't expect to see any crazy strategies. You want to take 4 freshies, fill it with fuel,
Isaac Johnson has to go around the 35. This is the 35's time to shine.
You see 27 beats him off pit road there, followed by Jordan McGregor.
But he does not get out like he wanted to.
No, he doesn't. And you see there's that whole parade coming down pit road. So that is
Ryan
our
Johnson,
fourth yellow.
Where did he come from?
He is really good at this track.
He is, and he maintains the lead.
Now looks like he's going to give up at least 2 spots. And his pit stall being much further back than these guys seems to have cost him a good deal here. Yeah, it looks like he's going to be scored in the 3rd spot.
Okay, there it goes. Refreshed.
Yeah, it takes a few seconds. So, everybody is good on one stop from here.
There's that guy there. 27,
I'd say-
Dan Irvine in the lead.
Yep. That's what he's looking for with the point situation. And this thing has been busted wide open heading into Indianapolis. All these guys still alive in the points battle. Yeah, they just don't want to make a mistake. They want to stay there in that top 10, top 5 if they can. I think the one who's probably going to be the most aggressive, going for this win, try and stay alive going into Indianapolis, it's going to be your 52 of Rick Johnson. He's in a situation where it's pretty much must win to be able to go in there and have a realistic shot. Yeah, a win tonight with Slim not taking the start, it could go a long way. Bubba
Well,
Razor.
you know, that's absolutely what he's thinking.
Bubba Razor still hanging in there in 24th spot in that 4 car. Great to see him still out there. So again, Rick Johnson's 23 points back with Slim not starting tonight. I mean, that would actually, I would put Slim all the way back to 6th spot if Rick can pull off the win. Lights are off on the FSB Firebird pace car.
Good to see Pinky back.
So good to see Pinky back. Thanks for checking in, buddy. And I see you exited there gracefully, stage left while we were catching up with the field here. Didn't mean to slight you there, buddy, but yeah, thanks again for checking in. And I really hope you can get your health in order and your rig all set up again to get back out on the track. Pinkie Pie, he's one of the great characters at FSB. When he's feeling it, he's quite the joker in TeamSpeak. I was his teammate for at least a season or 2. I can tell you, it is definitely not rated PG when Pinkie Pie's in your TeamSpeak channel.
Well, that's why you have separate channels.
That's why we got team channels. That's right. All right, pace car is off. 27 of Dan Irvine leads us back to the green. Jordan McGregor in second, where he's been pretty much all night, up there in the top 3 to 5. Green flag in the air. Yeah, Jordan McGregor's got 2 teammates behind him, too. We keep forgetting that he is part of the Checkered Flag Racing with, Slim Jim Gately, Ryan Johnson, Mark DeSenza. And they are
these guys
around
were
him.
kind of laying about a little. Now it's time to go. Irvine up against the wall.
They're going to hang him
It's time
out.
to go, and it's Jordan McGregor powers to the lead.
But the
It's on
54,
the downside of this thing now, so you got to go. Want to win this.
Think these guys haven't calculated every point scenario going into the night? They have. So you can see the guys trying to keep McGregor behind him. They're going to work together on the high side.
Ryan Johnson, we've seen how he comes from the back. Now he's been leading, and now he's gotten past. What's he going to do? And he's got Mark DeCenza, who is back, ladies and gentlemen, like he can do, and he is pushing hard, inches apart.
Hey, way up the track there. Lucky he didn't push into the 27.
Speaking of guys that want to make a statement, it's that 54 car, Bill Yarborough. He's got a chance to win the championship here.
He's got a chance to win a championship.
He will tell you that it doesn't matter, but I don't care if you're out here racing, it matters.
Yeah, that's baloney. You don't show up to run second. I mean, you'd be happy running second in every race of the season.
Inches apart. Oh, he's all over the three. They've worked together all night tonight, so...
Dennis Chambers in the 10
together.
Looks to... Oh, he almost sends him 3 wide. Has to back out of it. Billy Yarborough holding the middle.
Jordan McGregor with the arrow in the nose. What can he do?
Well, he's got 2 lines to push him here, and he can work both.
And he is.
And when you got that advantage up front, you have 2 lines to lead. You can play with the air, pull one up to you, let the other drop back, then pull the other one up. Just keep them side by side, keep them racing hard. Ooh, he has to slam the door.
The old track is you don't have to 2 wide racing. You have it here, but then you see the 27 Dan Irvine fall back.
There you see Steve Weber on the right side there, one of your other points hopefuls, kind of on the outside looking in, but still mathematically alive. He's
That's
still
how he
mired
won before.
back in the pack.
By his own admission, he's not a race winner, but he's a championship winner, and he's done that on Friday night.
There you see Ryan Johnson using that little bit of apron on the exit like I talked about. Just makes it turn a little sharper and gets a nice strong run off 4. But yeah, I was trying to get to it before though. Bill Yarborough also has not won a race this season.
You don't have to win a race to win a championship.
Exactly, you just have to run consistent.
And that's what he does better than anybody I've ever seen in my 16, 17 years of sim racing. Always up front in the top 5 when it's... Oh, and he spins
Oh, 54 went into Rick Johnson.
Oh, and he
Oh,
totals
Dan
out
Irvine's collected. Matt Watkins collected.
Oh, my gosh. The 2... Oh, and Irvine gets a piece of Bill and still spins him.
Pops Margison collected late.
Oh, man.
Oh, this has
Just when we were
huge,
talking about it.
huge implications.
Yarborough is not happy, and he's towed back to the pits. Oh, my gosh. Think he caught the apron there.
Well, let's see what happened exactly, but this... Oh, this changes everything, folks. There you see Bill Yarborough was... Oh, I think he caught just a little bit of the bumper maybe, or the 3, or got loose trying not to. And that looped him right up into 2 other points contenders.
Yeah, if you get
Matt
spooked,
Watkins nowhere to go.
get spooked, that can happen too.
Dan Irvine retires on the spot. Pops Margison went for quite a ride there.
I think he just lost the air on the nose, and the car just started coming around.
Let's see what happened to Pops getting into this late. He tried to avoid it, and Rick Bisconner was down low. Went for a slide, and was hit again by Rick Bisconner. Almost rolled that car over.
Oh, fascinating implications here. but not for these guys. This utter disappointment.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, Bob's
Chase cam
hard leg.
reveals everything. As the 52 gave him a little nudge going into the corner, and that's what sent them all around.
Ooh. Hey, here we go. Oh. Give him a little love tap there. Obviously, unintentional, because
Absolutely.
There's no point in doing that. So
I mean, Rick Johnson just destroyed his chances too.
absolutely,
So there's obviously just no way he meant to
that's
do that.
typical for Bill, man. Just horrible luck, but that
Wow.
opens things up.
24.
That opens things up for Slim Jim still here in the big scheme of things.
3 gets a EOLL, and the 24 gets a EOLL.
Oh, Monty having a rough night returning there with the penalty, and Mark DeSenza. That has been the story. He'll tell you himself. He shoots himself in the foot quite regularly on pit road.
The driver, man, I mean, somebody needs to tell him this stuff,
Every quarter inch.
That's pretty much my career. I got over 200 wins and about 1,000 losses, so.
Well, that's most people, really. I mean, technically, you run second 1,000 times and consider it a loss. But as you see, racing, and it can be a suddenly cruel endeavor, as 3 top contenders are taken out in one incident.
For some brings opportunity for others, and
so Dennis Chambers and Jordan McGregor, your 2 highest running Prime Championship contenders. This is going to do quite a lot for Steve Weber if he can get himself up there.
Isaac Johnson with 2 tire stop. Must have been.
Oh, we're not in the window yet. So that might not be a bad call.
But, he's here to win.
Green.
That's it.
Yep, that's it.
No points, care less about that. I'm on spring break here, but I can't go to the beach. So
Let's kill those old people.
Yeah.
He was mired in traffic. He was mired pretty far back in the pack, and
Corona.
Yeah.
You gotta say that every time you cough.
Okay.
People are
you gotta make
wondering.
Light of it. I'm definitely not disrespecting the seriousness of this. Gotta laugh, I mean, that's
you gotta
what
laugh
we're here
because
for.
it's unprecedented, uncharted waters we're in.
A kid asked me the other day, "Have you ever seen this? Something like this?" I said, "Well, I mean, I've seen a lot of stuff, but nothing like this. Wars, 911, but this is unprecedented, absolutely."
No, lights are off on the pace car. Isaac Johnson got himself that track position because he was pretty far back before this pit stop.
We shall overcome. We shall fight to the end. As Winston Churchill said, we shall never surrender. So.
Nope, but we will flatten the curve, not overwhelm the healthcare system, as those folks are working overtime already.
You gotta be smart, yeah.
Yeah, Shawn, getting back to me here, I was thinking about making a comeback, maybe in the fall season and sponsoring it or something.
Oh, sweet. Hey, Pinky snuck back in.
Yeah. Hey, man, I didn't get a chance, man, but just so good to talk to you, Jim, and see that you're, still kicking as we go green here.
We're back with Isaac Johnson leading him back to green. Sam Young dropping low on the start. I don't know if he's got a problem. Maybe lost a gear.
Here comes Jeff Hale up in the 4th place there. Lest we not forget about that junkyard car there.
Yeah, I'm always looking for him in a Miller car or Or that old Smokey and the Bandit car. I keep forgetting the junkyard car is him. That was Mark Fravert when I got here. He was running the junkyard 44.
Yeah, and Derby Don McCorston.
Oh yeah, Derby Don's
Derby
got the
car.
the Derby car. Well, once again,
Says
we're gonna
right
have
on the rear. Kiss my
we got
ass.
Ken Shea and Will Farmer. Looks like no caution out after that. Not sure what happened here. Oh, looks like Ken just lost it.
It's looking like a lot of cars are losing it.
Oh, caution is finally out.
On the inside, if they don't get a good angle on their entry, they're just spinning around. The outside lane's definitely taking the air off their door, you know.
Yeah, so that was your caution. Ken Shea just got loose and collected Will Farmer.
Man, Will was having a great night too.
Yeah, I don't know how hard he hit, but that nose damage is not gonna help.
So was
But-
Ken.
Will with new paint there,
But
It's all dinged up.
but it's all dinged up.
it's all scratched up.
Absolutely.
But look where this is gonna put us. Now that 2-tire stop from Isaac Johnson is looking like a genius move.
Well, he
all
is
these
an
cars.
engineer, studying to be an engineer, so he's pretty smart.
He certainly is, but now everybody's going to come in, top it off, and be set for the final run here. Looks like McGregor
Yes, you will
and Ryan
be
Johnson.
in the fuel window, and definitely.
Jordan McGregor, Ryan Johnson, the 9 car of Ken Hansen, 3,
Come on,
a whole
son.
bunch of guys are staying out that one extra lap, and they're probably going to come in next time by to be absolutely certain they can make it.
Into his stall. Dennis Chambers has to go around him, cockeyed, but nobody in front. There was Slim Jim Gately, a DNS tonight.
Yeah, that gives Dennis Chambers an effective
Great
number
stop.
1 stall.
That's 2 tires for the 10.
This is the time those guys that are coming in the top off, they might as well take 2.
2 tires for the 10, 4 for the 72. So they're switching and twitching on this.
Making them work for it.
Absolutely. On these multiple strategies.
Strategery.
We like to see strategery.
Like the guys that stayed out.
Well, folks,
They're not coming in.
I mean, you got to be a driver and a crew chief.
Half crazy.
And the 72 back down pit road.
Did he get a penalty? Or maybe he forgot to change all tires. Ooh.
No,
Not sure what's up.
topping off again. Says a half can for me.
I mean, that should be good enough, though. I mean, you're talking 33 laps when this thing starts.
Man, the lights are still on the pace car.
Says
Yeah, I
splash
mean,
now.
you should be able to get that. I don't think I'm going back in there if I got that track position. Because another caution, especially early.
Caution breeds cautions.
Well, we'll see. He's a lot smarter than me, so. That was a stop and go from the 72, but.
Splash and go.
Splash and go, okay.
I think
Yeah,
it'd
stop
be
and go
time to do
penalty
that
campus.
again now.
Yeah, I don't see anything.
I don't think we're going to have
The
enough gas
101 got
once
the
we get
lucky.
going.
Well, all these cars that stayed out can
Should
always hit
be.
this time
You
by.
can clutch here too, and I've done it. And I'm a lousy clutcher, but can't do it with the pace that these guys are running.
Here they come. Then they skip the opening of pit road. Wow.
If you're
If
gonna
I was
clutch,
those
you gotta
guys,
do
I would have
it
been
on a
coming
long.
down.
If you're gonna clutch, you gotta do it on a long run when and 72 back in again.
He's just topping off every lap. I assume, Dan, you going down there with him?
Nope.
I
I would have hit it that time by.
I don't see that.
With the 72 trying to come up front here and a couple other guys, I think there's going to be another caution.
I think you need that track position, bros.
Okay.
Especially,
We got many differing strategies at play here.
Well,
Lights are off on the pace car.
We got dissension in the booth here. I love it.
yeah, I want to follow the Wrangler car again. Sam doesn't have third, so
I thought so. With
They're
them dropping low
clutching.
on that start.
You're clutching, obviously, Dan. You know.
yeah.
And we're going to take the restart with 31 to go.
When I won this race in the Pro Cup, I was showing a half can too, and then it became a splash, and it never left splash. But
Yeah, I've had those where I'm just like, okay, it's gonna run out, but I'm gonna just I got what I got, and it makes it.
I think you got it. And you got to think about clutching. If it goes, you don't do it right at the start here. You do it when you see who your players are. Who's in the same boat as me? Who's got to save fuel and has track position?
Well, these guys with track position, there's no way in heck they can make it to the end, so they're just going to be going balls to the wall.
Wow. Okay.
You guys got too many strategies going. You're making my head spin. I feel like a rookie.
Yeah, no shit.
Well, green flag is back in the air.
Well,
Jordan McGregor takes him to turn 1.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, it's a good thing, Pinky, we had Mark to do all the math for us back in the day.
I missed that. What'd you say?
So it was a good thing you and I had Mark to do all the math for us when we were running as teammates.
Oh, I know. He was a genius.
Well, and he stayed out, so let's see how that goes.
Yeah, these top 4 at least, they all stayed out. I think they're probably banking on a caution here. But if they catch that caution, all those cars that topped off are going to be able to make it. Honestly, on that last lap with the pace car.
Saving fuel is Steve Weber. Riding back there. Let's see. His track position is not where he would like it to be. Bill Farmer running well. Also looking for that type of strategy.
I'm trying to listen for anybody clutching.
You really can't do it at first because everybody's going to push it. You'll go straight to the back. You got to do it later in the run or at least halfway, or just let yourself fall back and clutch the whole run and expect it to go green. They're not expecting it to go green. They're rolling the dice. You have to do that. I mean, you really do.
Bill Farmer has moved himself up to the... Where's he running now? He's in the 11th spot on a good run in the Outsiders car.
Clutching and fuel-saving strategies work when you have long runs. Who's that guy in that 35 there? Where did he come from?
Oh, Isaac Johnson. Isaac Johnson lost the draft
from the
restart.
weeds.
Oh, he is definitely clutching. You could hear it there in the 72.
Well, he has no choice now. I mean, that's his strategy, and that's a good strategy. Because none of these other guys are doing that. We hear everybody talking. We hear Dan Jones on the track saying he can't make it. Doesn't matter what I say. They know what they're seeing.
Should be about 32.
In their telemetry.
Should be about 32 to a tank at least, right?
Yeah, and
That's what we expected.
I was
1.5
thinking
miler.
34 to 36, but you have to lift and save. And these guys aren't saving. Jordan McGregor is pushing. He's pushing the issue. He's going to expect that caution. Drive it in sideways and live with it. Ken Hansen, where did that beer can come from? He came from Boulder, Colorado.
Oh, Dan Jones knocked way out of line there off turn 4 down the front stretch. Hangs onto it and falls back in line. He lost some spots, a little bit of momentum, but he's still there.
Saving. He's trying to go for the lead right now. That Coors Mellon Ford is pushing. Matt Watkins, same thing. The 3-car. The other guys seem they're battling. So.
Sam Young running way high off turn 2 there.
He's right in the mix here.
Yeah, he likes that high side and looks like he's trying to hook up with Ryan Johnson, and nope. Gonna hang Ryan out.
It's dog eat dog here now. Thanks, buddy. I gotta go.
Yep.
Good nice seeing you, but get me some here.
So Ryan Johnson just falling farther and farther back as he's hung out.
To
Hung out to dry on the high side.
Ed Fowler in that mix too. From the Dan Jones. Ryan Johnson falling back. I think this is what this guy does. I'm telling you right now, let's take a look at what he's doing here, because I would be willing to bet he's starting to think about clutching. He has a plan always. And he's falling back. He wants to keep that draft.
Let's listen here. Yeah, there it goes.
He's clutching.
He's clutching
definitely.
it. He is definitely clutching that.
He has read the opposition and the field strategies of his teammates.
Well, plus he knows, I mean, his son, Isaac Johnson, is there in the team channel with him, and of course his teammate. So he knows the score.
Fuel saving mode for the 59.
Meanwhile, Jordan McGregor, he just wants max points. He wants those most laps led, and he wants that W.
If it's 32 and not 34, like I thought.
I think it's closer to 32 here because there's really not a lot of time off throttle.
So you need to save, you need to save at least a lap. Maybe 2. Look at that clutch, all the way. That's how you do it. This is actually one of the easier tracks to clutch at as opposed to some of the others.
You ever tried at Pocono?
Heck no.
I've done it. I won a race clutching at Pocono.
Well, you're better than I am, so.
I was using all 3 feet for that one. Yeah, clutching going into turn 3 while trying to break it. And man, that was something else. Oh no, the 30 of McGregor and oh no,
the
leader and presumptive points leader coming out of here hard into the wall with Mark DeSenza. His teammate, by the way.
Oh, man, we can't get together right now, so hopefully by Thanksgiving we can have Thanksgiving, but the team Thanksgiving dinner is not going to be good if we get that to that point.
Yeah, Easter's mercifully been canceled, so they won't be throwing Easter eggs at each other. But, well, here is what it is. You got Ken Hansen and Matt Watkins were on the low side, and they had the 10, the 3, and the 30 trying to work the high side. Going into turn 1, and, I mean, make of that what you will. I don't know if the 30 got loose or the 3 just got into him, but the end result is the 30 backwards into the safer barrier. And I believe he retired it on the spot, because I couldn't select him. No, I guess he's still running. Yeah, Jordan McGregor's still listed as running in 21st now. I don't know why it wouldn't let me pick him before. So that puts a wrinkle in things, and now the man in the catbird seat is that 10 car of Dennis Chambers. That is not the 9th yellow, Barrett McKay, counting our yellows in chat there. This is showing as the 7th to me. The standings program I use these days counts them, and I'm showing 7. So everybody will pit, everybody will be able to make it from here. Isaac Johnson resumes the lead because I guess he stayed out then. Yeah, so Isaac Johnson, with that strategy, he managed to cycle himself back into the lead. Seem to have lost Milty again. He's got his mic muted, probably running off to get more Budweiser or Valvoline, whichever his blood level was low on.
Or a straw so he doesn't have to touch the can.
Oh, well, yeah. Good thing it's Bud and not Corona, right?
Yeah.
Did you hear people are so dumb that they actually, like, are avoiding Corona because it's called the coronavirus?
Totally could understand that.
It's so stupid. It's called the Corona because it looks like a crown.
Well, there's a term going around. It's called sheeple.
Yeah.
And there are just people that are like sheep. So
Yep, that's all they want to be.
You got to keep your head and stay calm. And it's a struggle, and for all of us, we all got stories we could go into right now.
Yeah. I mean, it's serious.
How we're struggling to get simple, basic things at the store. They're not there, and why? Because, I mean, how many loaves of bread can you eat?
Yeah. How much toilet paper do you really need? Like, I saw some dude did the math on it, and it's like you'd have to poop 45 times a day to use that toilet paper in a month.
Yeah, it's people. It's panicky. A person is smart, but people are stupid.
Yes, I've heard that's very true. Idiom I've heard before, and it's absolutely true. The group mentality, but it is very serious. This is a serious thing. It's not an overreaction. It's not a hoax.
You gotta stay calm.
Got a little echo on you, Pinky.
What was it?
We were echoing through you, Pinky.
Oh, okay.
So, what these drivers have to do, they got to stay calm, and the benefit is guys get to play.
Tom Jackson says,
"You're shelter in
place.
Shelter in place. We got that the day before the entire state of California got the shelter in place, but." Fortunately, I'm a expendable construction worker, so, and I'm lucky as hell. So far, I get to work. Fortunately,
and there's lots of people who can't get into work. We're fortunate. We're fortunate that Shannon's job can be done almost entirely remotely. She was already doing that most days anyway. Yeah, the German internet was apparently not as strong as they thought it was, because she works for BASF, the enormous chemical company based out of Germany, and their network was having a hard time keeping up with the sudden demand of everybody trying to connect to
That
the.
was from the news, though.
Yeah.
People are just, panicky animals.
Yeah, Tom Jackson there in chat says he doesn't have room in his house to store that much toilet paper, and yeah, I have to agree with that. And we get ours mailed anyway, so we don't care. It's gonna come. Pace car's off. Isaac Johnson again with that strategy, the clutching, the topping off. He's in the lead along with Rick Bisconner, Dan Jones third. Rick Castle, where did he come from? How about that? The 124 Crown Royal Machine starts P4 with the drop of the green flag.
We haven't mentioned him, and that's because he stayed below the radar. And
immediately, Rick Bisconner goes high and gives up a lot of positions on the start, and he catches the wall pretty hard there. That's gonna really hurt his arrow for the rest of the night, as we are inside 12 to go here.
We have seen what Rick Castle can do. He has the ability to win races. Let's see what happens here.
Yeah, he's got the ability, but he's got older tires than these hungry dogs behind him. Ken Hansen looking low. Can he hold? Oh, Ken Hansen almost pushed up into him.
The Crown Royal virus.
The Crown Royal virus.
Yeah,
All
I'd
right,
like
Tom,
a shot of that.
Tom, you're getting an honorary Miltism for that.
That would go, absolutely. That's a Tomism right there. A little shot of that with some Budweiser. That kick it off pretty good here. Come on.
Speaking of a shot, that 35 was shot out of a cannon, but thinks better of it. Backs off of the 9 car going into turn 1. Oh, we are inside 10 to go here.
Isaac Johnson, you do not want to see that guy with 4 freshies.
He does not have 4 freshies.
But he don't, so... And
our in-race reporter, my teammate, my wingman, my buddy, Dan Jones, looking for a lead.
Oh, boy, that was close. Here comes the knight on the outside, and the goat, Matt Watkins, here he come. This is going to be good. Anxiety time. This is Xanax time right here. Got a Xanax, you better take it. Come on.
Ding. Yeah, Dan Jones, he's worked his way up there. He's trying to hang on for all he's worth. Meanwhile, he's got some hungry dogs just breathing down his neck. All these guys on 4 freshies.
You can... I can't hear anything, but I'm going to go cockpit here with Dan Jones, because this is what I run here. That motor's screaming. He's looking at the lead right here, trying to send him up here. What are you going to do? Coming to turn 3 here. Left. Isaac is not going to make a mistake.
Isaac is not going to give up that bottom for anything.
Down the back straight here. This is your view. This is what you see behind you. Lap traffic coming up here. Isaac has to take it a little bit low here. And Dan's going to get a run. Is he going to try to stick it in there? He wants to, but you got to get a quarter panel. Coming out of turn 2 here. Down the back straight. 5 to go. This is anxiety time right here. This is focus time. How do you set this guy up? Can you get a run off him? Got a good run.
That's a good
Need
run,
a little
but
bit of draft help.
not quite
there. What
there.
he wants to do is see him in your mirror. That's what you're looking at there. And you got the 35 pushing on the outside. So now you got the 9 down low. You got to kind of defend a little bit at the 9. You see him. You want to work him. Have him work you, but the 9 backs off because he's got a bad angle to the corner. Okay, we'll go back TV view here so we can watch the end there. But that's a little cockpit. That's just what you're thinking about as a driver. Now you're too wide. Those are the things that are going through your head. Every lap, you glance the mirror on the straightaway and then focus on the corner and your entry. Matt Watkins working the outside. He's got Dennis Chambers behind him.
Talk about where they come from. Bill Farmer looking to work the high side and decides to get back down there with Hale.
Farmer, he's looking at another podium finish here. He's had a couple of them.
Yeah, meanwhile, Matt Watkins, Dennis Chambers, they are just keeping that momentum running on the high side.
And that's what Bill does. He's pretty much kind of reminds me of me. You know, I mean, these
everybody
guys are
reminds
so
you of
fast.
you, Milty. Ding!
Absolutely. I would not deny that statement.
I tell you, that Dale Earnhardt, he reminds me of me.
Trying to work both lines here. Matt Watkins powering on the outside there, that DeLorean.
Oh, he might have the momentum. Oh, Rick Castle's in the wall. Jeff Habbick in the wall.
Somebody behind him in the wall.
Now we're coming up on the white flag here.
Matt Watkins on the outside powering with the Dennis Chambers.
Almost three wide coming down the front stretch.
He's got Jeff Hale. He's got Bill Farmer on the outside.
Oh no, Jeff Hale and 007 get together.
They're going to race
10 car in the wall. 007 in the wall. Hooks Bill Farmer. Dennis Chambers around.
It's Matt Watkins in the lead. They're crashing.
They're crashing on the backstretch. Isaac Johnson stuffs it in there, but can't hold it on those old tires. He's in the marbles.
To win in this race.
At the line, Isaac Johnson barely holds on to third.
How about that power run on the outside, and then they just destroyed themselves behind them at every race here at FSB. You're going to see a finish that you're going to remember, and tonight that's that one. He's going to be sitting there going, are you kidding me? I won this race. Too wide behind them, Tom, exactly. And it's
that was a while ago. But here we go. Here's what happened. Now the stretch. Dan Jones had to stuff it to stop from running over Isaac. And that gave the look to the 9 car coming down the front stretch to the white flag.
Okay, I'm watching.
And he gets in there, gets a little piece of the 29. Nowhere. Bill Farmer clears that. But then, because 007 pushes up, hooks Bill Farmer. They just wrecking all down the backstretch. Ryan Johnson collected. Steve Weber snakes his way through there. Dave Jandry hooked into it. Dave Jandry goes into the spin cycle.
I think 9 might have got into Jeff Hale, or...
No, it was 007 pushed up the track a bit.
I mean, 9, I'm sorry, the 007, yeah. Oh, and... carnage on the back straight. South Carolina native Matt Watkins smoking them off. We're going back to the future.
So that was your wild finish there. Matt Watkins takes the win. Ken Hansen, where did he come from? He snags a second place there. Isaac Johnson, the old tires just couldn't hold it. Pulls into P3. Will Farmer just narrowly missed stealing the podium there with a 95 in fourth.
Stuff.
Dennis Chambers got knocked around a little bit on the last lap, comes in fifth. Rick Castle sixth. Jeff Habbick, Tower. Jeff Habbick with a top 10 run there in the seventh spot with the 101. Came back from those early 2 laps down. I think, don't quote me on this, but I think that might be his best Friday night finish.
I think so. I mean, and it shows the perseverance, never given up. I mean, this is a pro league. It's very intimidating coming in, and you can get discouraged, but he never did. He shows up every week and runs and gets a fantastic top 10 in this 30-car field with these pro drivers. Are you kidding me? I mean, it's beer time, man.
Absolutely.
Way to
You
go,
see the
Tower.
smoke clearing still hanging over the track from Matt Watkins' burnout.
Well, he's got some practice, and you see
He's got a little practice doing that. So there's your
he's won a few of these
official standings there. Rounding out your
a little luck for him too tonight, but at the same time, you've seen that skill. I've never seen anybody with such car control racing against him and having him as a road racing teammate at Le Mans. What he can do with a car, even if he doesn't know what he's doing, he can manhandle a friggin' car, and it's just unbelievable.
Well, Milty, I'm going to have you go gather up our podium finishers here. As you see, there is
How about Ken Hansen? Great job.
There is your victory screen there. Matt Watkins ekes out a win at Homestead 2013 SDT Night. And it was one of these many great add-on tracks that are made by the community, keeping this game alive 17 years later. And we're still out here doing this on a Friday night. Running through the rest of your top 10 there. Dennis Chambers perseveres for a 5th spot. Rick Castle, 6th. Jeff Habak, as mentioned, the 7th place there. John the Dog Palmer, talk about where did he come from. Puts the 108 in 8th spot. Brad Otto. These some guys who don't usually get airtime here. Got some great finishes. Good to see Brad Otto, our proud Marine, and the guy who runs our FSB merch shop. If you need any custom made FSB hats, mugs, shirts, he's your man. Got a link in the forum for all you FSB drivers if you want to pick some up. And Jordan McGregor bounces back what could have been a disaster with that wreck there with his teammate. Still hangs on to a top 10, led a ton of laps, and that's going to help, hopefully propel him at least where he wants to be in the points. As we'll see if our series admin Ryan Johnson has done it yet, but let's look for that points update. It has been updated. As we'll break in for the FSB post-race show here. Why did that move again? Oh my goodness, OBS, what are you doing to me? Pardon me while I fix this source here.
Hey.
All right, we got Ryan Johnson, our series admin, in the booth. Thanks for updating those points so quickly. And this,
No problem.
This is gonna be a hell of a show. I mean, you got Jordan McGregor just 3 points up on Slim Jim Gately after his heartbreaking non-start tonight. Man, if he had just taken the start and park like I told him he should, he'd still be 2 points up. How crazy is that? Dennis Chambers jumps to also 3 points back, tied with Slim Jim. 5 points back, Bill Yarborough. 13 points, Dan Irvine. And Ken Johnson, despite the rough luck tonight, 20 points back in 6th. And Steve Weber is officially eliminated here, with max points being 24, and he is 26 back. Pardon me, my wife has been drinking excessively tonight and is passing me notes over to my left here. Nothing. I didn't say anything about you.
So you don't get an advocate?
It's apparently making you paranoid too. So Ryan, you had a nice nice up and down night there. Looked like you were in the catbird seat for a while. Pulling the strategy.
Fun race.
just got caught up in that late pile up there.
Yeah, I took on some damage. I don't know, about 20 to go or so, something like that, and the car wasn't as good as it was again. Then we got that caution, and yeah, it just hard racing back there, like a pretty big pile up.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was. Everybody was just going for it, man, and that's what you do, and sometimes it happens. Well, Milt's really taking his time grabbing our podium finishers there. But yeah, this points battle going into Indianapolis, another big fast track. That is gonna be, man. These have all been great shows all season long, and we thank all you guys for coming out and putting on the show. Thank you guys for joining us out there. As got Ken Hansen up here.
Sorry about that. I hit the wrong button.
I thought, you know what? I do that all the time when I'm typing up the post race thread and everything. Is that all my TeamSpeak hotkeys are on my number pad?
All right, I'll get out of here. I wasn't trying to cut out on you there, so
that's all right, Ryan.
job,
Thanks for all you
everyone.
do, man.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Milty.
We got everybody, or
We're missing. Who was third? Isaac. Did Isaac skip out?
Is he down team?
I think he skipped out on us. I'll tell Ryan to go kick his butt.
Right.
Oh, wow.
Ken Hansen,
what?
first of all, where the heck did you come from?
I don't even know, man. All I can say is after that one, man, that was so intense that I need a cigarette and I don't even smoke.
I know
I'm
the
smoking
feeling,
one
man.
for you.
I know
that
the
was
feeling.
crazy, man.
So, did you manage to keep that car clean all night? I don't think I saw you caught up in anything.
One little tap on early, like a couple bangs on it, but nothing the pit stop couldn't get done.
Excellent.
So that's what kept me out. That was the key. Kept me out there, up towards the front every time was my pit stops. Finally. Not one pit road penalty. Yes, we're moving up.
Well, that was a vintage Ken Hansen night. Just persevering, being there at the end. You move yourself up 2 spots in the points. Moves you into the top 10. So you show up on the homepage now there with 40 points back.
Well, you deserve some dang luck to show what you can do.
This whole season.
Absolutely.
Skill-wise.
What season? Which season are we on?
Season 36, brother. So great job, man, and hopefully
Thanks,
give it another run next season. We know you got that championship in you, and that was definitely a championship caliber run. Meanwhile,
Matt Watkins, you got penalized there at the beginning. Went in the back with the dogs. I was like, this guy's gonna be pissed here. And you moved your way all the way up to P1, man. How was your race?
Yeah, it's got to be the most unlikely race I've won in a long time because I've sped and then I got in that big wreck with Bill. I thought the car was done for. Like I hit Rick pretty good, then hit the apron really hard, and fixed it. Went back to 17th. Then I tried a Hail Mary strategy to stay out and got caution, and then I think I drove hard the last 15 laps. I've driven in a long, long time to make that outside work, and I really appreciate Dennis sticking with me because I swear it was like me and Dennis just trying to do the outside about was low side.
yeah, you 2 cars on the high side were holding off about 5 on the low side.
I know. I was thinking so hard and so tight. I had to be tight on those cars to make it work, and that was just pouring sweat, man.
I bet you were, man. It was tough to be up there.
I understand it.
Yeah.
Well,
I dropped to the back one time because nobody would help me.
Yeah, good job, Ken, man. Hell of a race there with you.
Yeah, that was a blast, man. No doubt.
That was great. So vintage
racing there.
Vintage show there from Matt Watkins. You see why Milty calls him the GOAT.
Yeah, he just has car control, and I mean, you remember the first lap? He almost spun it the first lap.
Yeah, we saw you loose right on the start.
Sideways in the first lap. I was like, this is him getting his blood going,
Yeah, so well, you do that.
Waking him up.
Gets him fired up,
Well, congrats you two on a great run, great perseverance night. At a real fast and intense track tonight, and thanks everybody for joining us out there. Hopefully you'll all tune in again next week. We had over 20 as far as I could tell there tonight, so that was great. And this ain't over yet. We got a heck of a finish here with 4 drivers within single-digit points going into Indianapolis. Historic racetrack to finish off what's turned out to be a historic season in FSB terms.
That's a pretty good track for Matt Watkins.
It's a good track for Slim Jim. It's a good track for Jordan. It's a good track for Dennis Chambers. It's a good track for Bill Yarrow and all these guys, because all these guys are good everywhere. And
look at that point battle. That's sick, man. I mean,
yeah, look at that up there on the screen. There, I'm cutting my hand off there on them, but yep, it's that way. And yeah, so this is gonna be a hell of a show, as it's been all season long. Thanks for joining us all year long. That's my wife is really gone. She is trash. Shannon is gone.
Too much Jeremiah weed there, huh?
She's healing a raid in Final Fantasy and singing at the same time.
That's awesome.
It's 7 days of quarantine with the kids, and we're going a little stir crazy. But we appreciate you all joining the ride. And
I figure I should help before I can.
Oh, that's right. She's also got to go in for surgery on Monday for the Achilles tendon. They're going to take a tendon out of her toe and stick it in her heel, and she's going to have to recover for that for a few months. So, drinking while she can. She can't drink on good meds after that.
Get your every excuse now.
Yeah, exactly. So, again, thanks everybody for joining us. Thanks everybody on YouTube. Sponsored by I think she's got the Jeremiah weed going, just like me. And thanks, of course, my broadcast partner here, Milt Minter, doing it all year. One more time next week, but I couldn't do it without you, buddy. Our series sponsor, Bill Farmer, Farmer Brothers Contracting, putting up the hardware. These guys are going to go into a dogfight for next week. Our series admin, we heard from before, Ryan Johnson. He is on it with these points updates, so I can get it up here for the post-race show. He's going to be busy reviewing this one. He's really on top of that. Keeps this series in line. It's the big show, and he's up to the task. So cheers to Ryan, and of course our league promoter, big boss Sam Young. And thanks to all of you for joining us. So for FSB Racing Live, the next to last time for season 36, saying goodnight. I'm Shawn Reap. Catch you next time.